here we are.
The answer for bad marketing isn't no marketing. It's better marketing. And Matt and I, our life's mission is, yes, educate consumers, but not to hate marketers, but to appreciate marketers, and educate marketers, because unless you work at the 95th percentile of companies that have 20 Matt Johnsons and 20 Prince Kumans with better names, obviously, who are able to construct these things, you don't actually know the impact of your A/B test. You don't know why the blue add to cart button sold more than the yellow one. You just know that it did, and you go on about the rest of your life marketing your way to A/B test success. But ultimately, most marketers are also unaware of the psychological and the neuroscientific impact of what they do. And ultimately, what do we want? As a marketer, I want to create dope shit that makes people fall in love with, right?
Yeah.
Brands, experiences, things. I don't want them to be addicted to consumerism. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm passionate about creating great experiences and products. And as a consumer, and I'm not unique in this, I want to fall in love with products, man, right? Like that's what I want to do. But ultimately, there is this friction in between that you very well outlined. And Matt and I want to get rid of that friction by working with both sides. We don't want to give away the neuroscience of why you line up for iPhones, or why you tune in every week to freaking, the new season of Stranger Things or whatever the hell it might be. But maybe you appreciate that and you actually go, okay, this Adidas pop-up that showed up in the middle of freaking San Francisco that looks like a shoebox. Not only do you know what they're doing, they're using the element of surprise and all these variables, but then maybe instead of going, you're tricking me, you go, you know what? Respect. I want to walk in and see how you've used all this neuroscience to create this amazing experience for me. Because unless we move to Papua New Guinea, it ain't going anywhere. We just need to change the culture on the marketing side, and we need to change the understanding of consumers. And last line on this is think about user experience, right? The user experience was the second evolution of marketing. Marketing takes a lot from the scientific community. And we, as marketers, we think, oh, hey, we do research, focus groups and surveys. We're scientific. Cool, we were. 50s, 60s, 70s, that's what happened. Evolving over to user experience, we got better at user experience. We made life easier for consumers. And yes, it made life easier for us as sellers of things. But ultimately, the average consumer knows so much more about user experience. They might not objectively be able to tell me why they prefer using a Mac over Windows, but the answer is user experience. That level of engagement is what we're after. We want the user, the average human, to know psychology and neuromarketing at a level that they can appreciate it like we do with user experience, which is clearly a great analogy where both sides are winning, right? No one wants to use a crappy interface, but that's just only to digital interfaces. But neuroscience goes way beyond digital interfaces. And that's the world that I personally want to live in. And that's the world that Matt wants to live in. And we're combining our skill set to help do our part to move the needle tiny little bit in that direction.